So we're Tonight Alive.
And you're watching Moshcam.
We've, the early days, I guess, so we were a band, me, Cameron and Jake were in a band in high school. And Cameron had played acoustic with Jen before the band. Oh no, not played acoustic, but
he recorded
like,
my acoustic demos when I was 14.
And I guess we lost our singer and our drummer. And
well, the singer first.
Well, the singer first. Jen came in, and then we lost the drummer. And Matt, who's the drummer now, is actually, I've known him since the 7th grade. We used to be in a rap band together. He used to play drums. I used to rap. And
love that part of the story.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's cool.
And then yeah, so he ran into my mum and was like, "Oh, what's Whakaio doing?" She's like, "Oh, he's actually looking for a drummer." And Matt's like, "Oh, I would love to do that." And he came up and
he came up to Sydney and tried it out with us.
And that's the story. Yeah, 2008. We started. Yeah. So nearly 6 years.
Funny thing was, I met Cameron by complete accident at like a youth talent night kind of thing. It was just a chance for kids to go to this church and play in front of no one basically, but it was just a performance experience. Anyway, I was in a jazz band and he just came to watch his friend play but ended up jamming, and they played the Red Hot Chili Peppers and me and my friends were all into that, and I'm like, that's so cool. And then Cam and I made friends, and he started recording my songs. And why was I telling this part of the story? I was going to say something funny.
Yeah. You ruined it now.
It doesn't matter. I mean, it's all part of it. It was good fun, and we were friends from a young age. And the guys lost their singer and sort of said, "Do you want to try it out?" And I'd never sang over rock music before, so it was new for me. And it was just a really fun time. We were all just in high school and like jamming, and that's, I guess, that kind of changed everything for us when we decided to form a band.
I guess we were away touring, and we just got a call from our marketing guy here in Sony, Ian Grady, and was like, "Hey, we got this opportunity if you guys want to write a song for it." And we were like, "Hell yeah!" So we wrote about 2 or 3 songs, and then before we got the actual synopsis for the film, and then I guess we got home, and then we finally got the synopsis, and we were like, "Okay, we kind of want to make it." About you want to say about her?
Yeah,
Emma Stone.
The female character is Gwen, played by Emma Stone, who was so cool, by the way. Anyway, I guess typically she is the damsel in distress of the superhero movie story comic, but I didn't want her to be. I don't like putting that message out there. I just kind of put a feminist spin on it, I suppose, and I wanted her to make a point of saying, "I don't need a man to save me, but tonight I do." So that's what The Edge is kind of about, Spiderman letting her down. But we won't talk too much about that in case people haven't seen the movie yet. But it was awesome. I loved writing that song. It was really refreshing to have a storyline to work with instead of a personal experience.
I think our influences, like music-wise, will probably always be very the same. I guess I mean, I feel like we listen to older stuff.
I still listen to what I listened to in high school.
Which is what I'm trying to say. I guess we really get influenced by other bands that we play with and seeing, I guess, what they're doing, and I guess us growing up and growing into different people and wanting different things. But for me, music-wise, I'm still influenced by everything that I loved growing up.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree with that. But at the same time, I've found things that I relate with now that I didn't before. Like Rage Against the Machine wasn't a band I listened to in high school, but I really love them now. And Alanis Morissette, of course, like I heard all her big singles off Jagged Little Pill when I was a kid, but I never really bought her records or listened to them unless they were on the radio. And now I've kind of taken a step back and gone back to all the 90s sort of female-fronted pop.
It's kind of what I was trying to say, but I said it in the wrong way. So yeah, older things, I guess.
Oh, you're talking about older things?
Older things, yeah. Stuff, yeah.
We don't really listen to any current music, is what we're trying to say. So it's always taking a step back and finding things, like finding the gold from that we missed when we were too young to enjoy it then, I guess.
I think the thing is that those songs still matter now. And those songs are not like throwaway songs. Like all those pop songs were so great back then, And they're still great now. They're still great songs, even if the recording's a bit weird.
Even outdated. Like you can tell they're from another time, but they're just
you
the
listen,
songwriting.
You listen to a dance song now, and it's just like next week it's going to be like, oh, that's so dated. It's like, I don't know. So that's why we listen to older music. We were lucky enough. We worked on our first album with Mark Trombino, and we were kind of fighting about. We wanted a vocal
feature on the record.
Vocal feature on the record, thank you.
From another artist.
And we were fighting about that, and then he actually went and contacted Mark Hoppus without us knowing, and then Mark Hoppus came back and was like, yeah, I'd love to do it. And then he told us, and we were like, what? So that was very surreal. We actually went to their studio and he recorded it like straight away, and that was awesome.
And he knew all the words. He wasn't even reading it off a piece of paper. It was so cool.
Yeah, so that was awesome. And then Benji was, we just had the opportunity to kind of write with him, and then we wrote that song with him.
Which, by the way, you just brushed over. When we got a phone call from someone at publishing, she was like, Benji's in town and he's doing some songwriting. Do you want to sit down and write a song with him? And I'm like, stopped. My heart stopped. And I won't go too much into the cheesy details of how it made me feel, but I loved Good Charlotte. And when I was in year 7, I was obsessed with Good Charlotte. I used to draw a little spider web tattoo on my wrist because Benji had it on his elbow. I was a big fan, and it was really cool to meet him. And the best part was that he's just a real guy. Just like Simple Plan, just like a lot of people that we've had the opportunity to work with, they're really professional, yet really friendly, talkative, down to earth. And I just think that there's just a perfect balance that you can have.
Yeah.
You're lucky people.
Hey, we're Tonight Alive.
You're watching Moshcam. Make sure you subscribe for more rad videos right here.